In the earlier session, we have seen about the serial in, serial out shift register. In today's session, we will be seeing the serial in, parallel out, serial in, SIPO, serial in, parallel out shift register. If you could see, I have used the same circuit, only one modification I have done. That is, I have just taken the outputs Q0, Q1, Q2, Q3 because what is the condition? The input data are going to be sent serially whereas the data are going to be outputted parallelly. So, for the parallel outputs in order to take it, I have just dropped Q0, Q1, Q2 and Q3. Okay, in this case also we will take the same data 1010. This is the data that has to be shifted serially and sent out parallelly. Okay, now we will see you are going to have the inputs Q0, Q1, Q2 and Q3 and you are going to apply the clock pulses. Now initially all the flip-flops are going to be 0. We are going to use a D flip-flop. D flip-flop, the input is going to follow the output and you have just drawn 4 flip-flops and name the inputs D0, Q0, D1, Q1, D2, Q2, D3 and Q3. So 4 flip-flops have been drawn. Next put the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4 that is just for the identification. Now what you will do, just connect the points together because the same output is going to follow to the input and you are going to give the clock pulses to all and from the outputs you are just going to tap it and write it at Q0, Q1, Q2 and Q3. Now I have initially your register all will have the initial values as 0, 0, 0, 0. Now when I am going to give the first clock pulse, the first data is going to be entered to the register. So only I have written it in red, others in blue. So the first data is entered after the first clock pulse. So what is the thing? So 0, 1, 0, 0. This is going to be the first data that is entered. When I am going to give the second clock pulse, what will happen? This data is going to be shifted here. So this data, so next clock pulse 1, 0. This data is shifted here. Now I am entering the 2 data. Other 2 places are going to remain at 0. Whenever I am going to apply the third clock pulses, what happens? This is going to get shifted here and this data is going to shifted here. So one data is going to move here. So 0, 1, 0, 0. So the third data has been entered, that is these 3 bits have been entered serially. Now when I am going to give the fourth clock pulse, what happens? All the 4 bits will be entered 1, 0, 1, 0. Thus after the end of 4 clock pulse only the data is getting stored in the register 1, 0, 1, 0. The data has stored after 4 clock pulses. So after 4 clock pulses the data is stored serially one by one. Now when I give the 5th clock pulse, what will happen? I have tapped all the points Q0, Q1, Q2, Q3. In this case what will happen? After the, if I am going to apply the 5th clock pulse, already here you have the 0. All the other 3 datas are going to be peeped out. So 1, 0, 1, 0. So at the end of the 5th clock pulse, I will get all the data outside. So when I am going to give the 5th clock pulse, what will happen? It is not going to be the serial one, it is going to be the parallel one. So at the end of my 5th clock pulse, the data is going to be outputted parallelly. So it requires 5 clock pulses, 4 clock pulses for data entering serially and at the 5th clock pulse the data 1010 is going to be peeped out. Okay, so that's why it is called as a serial in, parallel out shift register. Thank you. In the next class we will be seeing about the parallel in, serial out shift register. Thank you.